what a disgusting, awful comparison.
No, but like he would be like a third. Like Gonzalez would be like almost like a
Kobe
Wilt.
isn't a top 10 player ever.
You're fucking
What?
drunk,
Dude,
You
what?
are.
That's absolutely
what the
true.
That's
fuck are
fucked
you
up.
That's
talking-
absolutely
What?
true.
Oh, I thought
That
you were
is not-
saying that Gonzalez was
Name me
disrespectful
10
to Kobe.
Okay, hold on.
No, it's disrespectful to
Hold on,
Tony
before-
Gonzalez.
No, what?
Before we go, hold on. Okay, hold on. Before we move on, bro, I'm so fucking drunk right now. I drank last night
Yeah.
and it's still here. It didn't go anywhere. I am faded, dog.
All right. Well, let's use it. Let's
what-
use it. You want to get started?
Yeah, I'm
What were
open.
you drinking?
That's regular drinks. Just regular,
like hard alcohol?
It was liquor. Yeah, I had some Crown of Coke, but it was like it's regular liquor. Nothing that I don't normally do. I didn't even think I drank that much. It was like 3 or 4 cups.
You know what I call that? I call that rollover minutes. When you
got
use
some-
what you got from last night
Yeah.
and you still got it the next day.
I got roll over minutes, dog. I am lit right now.
Can we
I'ma keep it
include
together,
this part in the podcast,
though.
Aaron?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
All right.
Fuck.
All right, well, welcome to the rollover minutes of nano dosing. It should be a good one. It is. It's Tuesday. It's June 13th. It's Taco Tuesday officially for the people,
Taco Tuesday.
and that's out in the public domain now. Anybody can say Taco Tuesday, thanks to LeBron James and his Change.org petition, which that was a ridiculous marketing stunt to be like,
Did he really do that?
help LeBron James claim copyright to Taco Tuesday. He
That
needs
would
our
be-
help.
That would be one of the rare moments that black folks can culturally appropriate.
Taco Tuesday, you think so?
Yeah.
He got
Yeah,
a lot
that
of
would be
flack for
silly.
that when he was doing an accent and everything. It seemed like
Yeah,
a little
that's silly.
cartoonish.
Because it's silly. It's what are you doing?
Yeah. I guess it's about spending time with your family, enjoying tacos. I'm on board for Taco Tuesday being for the people. Also Taco Monday.
But trying to patent it is wild, though.
That is kind of whack, yeah.
That's wild. Yeah, enjoy Taco Tuesday, but like patenting, that's come on, you're doing too much.
Like Wine Wednesday?
Yeah. Wine
like-
Wednesday? Yeah.
Like someone trying to patent that, like a Olive Garden.
Thirsty Thursday?
Don't patent that.
Fucking Friday? We fuck on Friday in this house.
I just read a book by Ryan McGee. He's a sports writer, and it was about his summer working as an intern for the Asheville Taurus in college. And the owner of that team is the guy who invented Thirsty Thursday.
Whoa.
I don't remember if he had it like trademarked or not. I guess not, because everybody uses it. But he was the first guy that came up with Thirsty Thursday to get people to go.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And what year was that?
His book was about his summer in the mid-90s. I don't know when the guy came up with it. It was before that.
Credit to that guy.
Yeah.
That they should bring back the Real Men of Genius commercials that they used to have,
Yeah.
and that guy should be on there. The inventor of Thirsty Thursday.
What were those commercials for?
Bud Light
Yeah.
or Budweiser, I think.
Yeah.
Real Men of Genius,
Terrible commercials.
Mr. Thursday inventor.
Terrible commercials.
You didn't like those?
No, mountains are blue.
I was watching this. I was watching something the other day with my kids, and commercials are horrible. Like I had this overwhelming sense of like commercials are horrible. Like just next time you just sitting down watching TV or whatever, just look at commercials. They fucking suck. They're horrible. They're silly. We're like used to them, but like if you really look at them, they are fucking dog shit. Commercials suck.
Yeah, the
They're
Super
the
Bowl
worst.
commercials suck now too.
I know why.
That's what I'm saying. They supposed to be like you paying like $1 million. What is the price for? Jamie, pull that up. What is the price
Yeah.
for?
I think it's like $1 million a minute.
No, it's way more than that.
It
way,
is?
way,
Mr.
way
Beast-
more.
It's
than
like
that.
Yeah.
$5 or $6 million for a 30-second commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, are
Mr.
you-
Beast said he was gonna have to pay $7 million for his Super Bowl spot.
Did he?
No.
So what? I guess they're like more money to buy the ad than pay the people to make the ad.
Oh
creative?
yeah, by far.
Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, I was really 2022. It was 6,500,000 per 30 seconds.
That is utterly insane.
That
And
is
they're dog shit.
nuts.
And
And
people
they're-
don't really
they're
watch the
absolute
commercials that
dogs.
much anymore. I
No,
feel
like because they're not good. There used to be
they
sick
fell off.
commercials. What was the
Yeah, they fell off. They absolutely fell
what
off.
happened?
one of them. Well, we have a long discussion about what happened, but I won't. But what I remember vividly, I remember this Tabasco commercial that was fire. It was about a mosquito, and he bit somebody, and then he blew up. That shit was fire, dog. That shit was fire, dog. It's a good commercial. But most commercials suck. Most commercials suck.
What did wait? Is there something I'm missing? What did happen? Why did the commercials get bad?
Aaron.
I don't want to get into an economic conversation right now.
Okay. I'm just like
The Houston Texans never played the Super Bowl. That's what happened. If the Texans playing one, then ad rates through the roof. People are going to step up because they know that it's a must-watch game. But I don't know what happened to the commercials. Honestly, I think more and more people stop paying attention to the commercials with the advent. I would wager that with smartphones becoming a thing, more and more people see the commercial breaks as that's my time to be on my phone.
You know what? Maybe it had to do with the 49ers and Ravens Super Bowl when the lights went out and they had just so much more commercial time, and the advertisers felt robbed that their time became less valuable.
They're fighting back.
Yeah, they're like, what? We don't know if the lights are going to turn off in the middle of the game.
If I'm Elon Musk, I'm charging more for ads that are served during commercial breaks of the Super Bowl because that's when we're on our phones.
Oh, for Twitter?
Yeah, for Twitter. Just think about it. We've got a new friend in the studio today. New friend here, Reed. Reed is an intern, so he's going to be clipping. Are you in charge of clipping for this show?
Yeah.
Okay, if the clips suck, it's Reed's fault. If they're
They
good,
suck, come to me.
Yeah,
I
come.
can take it.
What's your socials so people who want to complain can find you?
Hey, yo, I've never seen Reed. Go in front of the camera, Reed.
Come in the wide shot, Reed.
Say hi to Aaron. Reed
It's the white camera.
Reed is wearing a red Calvin Klein shirt. He picked that out. I'm sure that when you get ready for your first Monday here, you try to think to yourself, okay, what am I going to be wearing? Did you make a TikTok about your first day selecting what shoes and what clothes you were going to be wearing? He has not.
He did not.
Okay, you have a lot to learn about the content game, Reed.
It is. We were talking about Trav today, and Madeline said his real name, and Billy was like, "Who is that?"
Yeah.
She was like, "Travi." And
Yes.
he was like, "Oh yeah."
I think if people have told me if they use my real name, people have no idea who they're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, for those who don't know Travi, he made a TikTok on his first day as an intern here about getting ready and what the experience is like. And he showed the shoes he was going to wear, and he was like some Travis for the boys. And he became the subject of ridicule and scorn across the office. And I'm sure that he felt like his first day was bad. I actually pulled him aside at the end of that day. I was like, hey,
Really?
I know things suck right now because you're getting made fun of by everybody in the office, and it seems pretty public and kind of a shitty thing. But at the end of the day, people know you now, and you have a thing, and that's a very important thing to have here at the company. So like people will remember your name. They might give you a weird nickname like Travi. But if you can stand out, even if it's getting made fun of, sometimes that's the best thing that can happen to you.
And now he has a great job.
Now he's got a great job
Got a
here.
great
Travi
gig.
was
and he was
on-
on extra dose.
Yeah, he was on extra dosing on Friday, which
Yeah, so I saw that pop up. I didn't get a chance to
yeah.
listen to it this
no,
weekend.
you don't have to. You don't have to.
no.
It's fine.
Oh yeah, no, it happened.
What happened on that one?
It was fine. It got a lot of views.
Mackenzie and I had to be like, okay, guys, we're done here. This is a great day.
What
Bye.
were they talking about? Give me an example.
No, we
like Billy mentioned,
everything.
Billy and Jack Mac were
Jack Mac
talking
was
about.
also there?
Yeah, Jack Mac was out there talking about the effects that birth control have on women. What else were you talking about, Bill?
Not getting pregnant.
The Ottoman Empire.
Out of
UFC.
context,
Yeah.
that sounds pretty bad, but it was actually like a great conversation.
It was actually pretty basic.
We were, yeah, we were based.
Oh, you were based. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was a lot of stuff.
All right. Well, I'll have to listen to it. I haven't.
you don't
That's
have
the
to.
only thing I can say. It was just a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of
It
stuff.
got a lot of visceral, positive, and negative reactions.
What was the most negative reaction to it? I want to know what the haters are saying.
Well, we were talking about Jake Malasek was also on.
It was,
And we
a,
were
whole,
talking
it was a
about
whole cast of
World.
crew.
We were talking about the World Lacrosse Games because he plays in it. He's a goalie, and we were talking about how different countries get sort of fake citizenships. In basically a lot of American lacrosse players try to claim citizenship in different countries.
Mm-hmm.
And if you take some of the clips out of context, using lacrosse slang, it's just a whole thing.
Okay, that didn't explain to me.
I don't
what
really
the
know what
haters
he's
are
trying to
saying
go
at
with
all.
there.
No, there was like one thing that I don't even know if they were referring to that. But Billy was like, "Oh, like Israel, did you say is dirty at lacrosse?" And people took that the wrong way. But
because a lot of them
dirty
are
means like
just
they're good.
Jewish guys from Long Island who
Yeah.
are dirty at lacrosse, but then they took it was bad.
Okay.
I don't think it was.
I don't know.
There was only one comment.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it.
It was interesting.
I've not had the chance to listen to it. So Arian's back on the show. Arian, good to have you back.
Good to be back, man.
Got a big week coming up this week. I'm excited about our episode that we're gonna have coming out on Thursday. That'll be fun. It'll be really, really interesting.
And you're here.
Yeah, I'm back in studio. I'll be in studio Monday and Wednesday, and then doing a little bit of traveling next week. We're going to Tight End University, where Billy will get to confront Travis Kelce on the statements that he made on this podcast.
Do you think he saw it?
I'm sure he saw
No,
it.
he did not.
I
see
tagged
it.
him in it.
Yeah, he definitely saw
he
it.
definitely saw it.
He doesn't concern with like a lion doesn't concern himself with sheep.
But you
He's
didn't
also
call
a
him a lion. You called him a bitch.
And he's
No,
also a podcaster now.
No,
Now
I did
he's our
not.
competition.
Who we talking about? Who's he?
Travis Kelce.
Billy,
I'm just-
you
let
want
me
to tell?
rephrase
No,
it.
I want you to tell Arian what you said on this show about Travis Kelce.
Okay, so the nomenclature I used, which I'm going to restructure after I put the statement, I said that Travis Kelce runs soft.
What are you talking about?
Okay, I think he runs soft.
He was comparing
What does
him.
what does that
to
even
Gronk.
mean, dogs?
I think he like Gronk and Kittle when they get the ball, they're a danger to anyone trying to tackle them. I think that's true.
What the fuck are you talking about, fam?
No, Gronk and Kittle run dudes over and like punish dudes trying to tackle.
So I ran soft too.
No, you were elusive.
So is Kelce. What you talking about?
Kelce runs like business. Like he doesn't run like a tight end should.
He's the best tight end.
I know he's a very good receiver and he runs like a business decision. Like when he runs, it's a business decision.
Like explain the negative of saying instead of running through somebody and getting 3 yards more, I can go past them and get 6+ yards more. Explain the negative.
The negative is that you're gonna have boneheaded bro podcasters say you run soft.
What Billy's saying is that he
Take
likes
that, 9 times out of
watching
10.
Rob Gronkowski run
Yeah.
into people using his
Yeah.
face more than he
Yeah.
likes watching Travis Kelce elude people because
Yes.
he's big and he should want to initiate contact.
Yeah, the thing is like the tight end position is, you know, like I don't know, just watching Gronk highlights, and I know it probably caused so many of his injuries, and maybe if he did run like Kelce, he would, you know, have played in more games, had more stats, had been healthier throughout his career. But I just love the tenacity that like Gronk and Kittle play with, and I think
Yeah,
Kelce, like when it comes
I guess.
when he gets to like the Hall of Fame, and like when people are debating Gronk versus Kelce, I'm just like Gronk ran so hard, like he ran.
But
through-
Kelce ran better.
no, he ran.
He
in a
ran more
style
efficient.
unbecoming of a tight end,
Yes,
according
yes.
to Billy.
I don't know this, but I would put my last dollar on it that Kelce has more yak.
I
than
think
Gronk.
I think so. I think
No,
that might be.
has to be the case because that's the core. People always used to say that about me. I was like, well, you're not physical. Like I remember a coach once told me, he was like, not to make this about me, but it's indicative of this conversation. It's like a coach once told me when I was like a rookie, he was like I was going out of bounds and I just went out of bounds, right? Instead of going through the guy to get an extra yard or two. And he was like, when you become all pro and you're a pro bowler, then you can do that soft ass shit. Until then, you go through them and you get the extra yards. And like the next year I led the league in rushing, and that same situation came up, and I was like, I went out of bounds again. I'm going out of bounds every time. It's more efficient. It's more efficient on your body. You get more yards evading somebody rather than running them over. When I see Kelce, it's like he's a better route runner. He's a better yards after catch runner. He's better.
I just think that
He's soft, bro. Like you bugging.
I don't know how you can't quantify the psychological effect of Gronk running through a whole secondary. I think that demoralizes the defense. I think like having the secondary have to deal with like a dude like the physicality of it is way more demoralizing than getting duped once by Kelce. This is frat bro shit. I don't know how to quantify it.
High school coaches love telling running backs, "You run scared. Like quit running scared out there." That's their favorite thing to say in the world.
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron, you should have finished that run. How come you never finished runs?
Like Kelce got pile drived.
You're a stan, bro. Just say you're a stan.
I am a stan of that style.
Matter of fact, you've brought up Gronk so many times on this pod. You're just a Gronk stan. It's cool.
I am a Gronk stan, 100%.
Yeah.
He's baby Gronk.
We glossed over one thing there in that conversation. Did you say you think Travis Kelce's the best tight end ever?
Yeah.
I think he's the best receiving tight end ever. I wouldn't say he's the best.
What are we talking about? What do tight ends do? They receive.
There's blocking.
Okay, who's the best blocking tight end ever? Go ahead and say
Okay,
Gronk.
I think there's
Todd Yoder.
I would say the best blocking tight end I ever played with is a dude y'all have never heard of.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Who's that?
Joel Dreesen. This is my fucking guy. I love this dude to death. He's just a good human, 100%. Like, matter of fact, I think his shorty reached out to me. They was doing like something for his retirement, and they was like, do a little video for him. Saying like, you appreciated him or whatever. And there's a moment in his career that I never forget because I was a rookie. It was when I was on special teams, and when I was on special teams, I didn't give a fuck about special teams. I was there to play running back, right? I didn't give a fuck about special teams. But you got to play special teams. So he's on special teams. He's like a pro's pro. He's the guy that he shows up, he does his job, he's always on time, just fucking reliable, right? I love this guy. But when I was a rookie, like, he didn't know me, I know him. They call some play on punt, right? We was on punt, and I was like I think it was a tackle on punt. And so I got to get back and I got to set. And I hated special teams. And so they called a play, and I was like, "Fuck, I have no idea what to do. I did not study this. I didn't care about it." And he goes, and so like we call a play, and we get down. I was like, "Hey, yo, what do I do?" And he goes, "Read your fucking playbook, man." And they snapped it, and I didn't. But it's just like he was just such a pro that he was just like so mad at me that I did. And I shared that story with him. He laughed, man. But it was funny. But like he's the best by far blocking tight end I ever played with, dog. But you'll never know.
I think it's an overall conversation that we're having. Who is the best overall tight end?
Yeah.
And you could definitely say Gronk is a better overall tight end than Kelce.
He broke
so.
because he was a D-tackle.
He was like a tackle in the running game, which is important for running. He was a great blocker, and he was a great
blocker.
Dude,
Gronk was a
for
great
a tight end.
blocker?
Yeah,
he lifted dudes.
Bugging,
he decleated Terrell Suggs.
But because you have a good hit on somebody that you may have caught him off guard or whatever, doesn't make you a great anything.
No, like not only was it punishing
Maurice
blocker,
Jones-Drew lifted Sean Merriman up. Is he a better? Like is he more physical than Sean Merriman? Like no, he just caught him off guard.
I think but he also he put in
debate.
The X's and O's of like the run game of the Patriots. Like he was making his blocks. Like he wasn't.
I'm not saying he was a bad blocker.
Right, right. But not only did he have highlight blocks, he had the blocks that don't get any airtime, and he had the receiving stats, and he had the yards after the catch, and he was just a beast.
That last part, the wildest shit that you could say in debating.
That he's just a beast.
And he's just a beast.
He was a beast.
I've never seen you blushing talking about Gronk right now, bro. You are fucking.
He was the bane. I was a Jets fan growing up, and watching Gronk, I was just so jealous that the New England Patriots had Gronk, and he was just such a
I get it, man. Let me stop. I get it. You are a fan of that man,
Aaron. When you were playing,
I used to hate him so much.
When you were playing,
it was undeniable
on special teams. Was there a day that you got taken off special teams and you were like, oh hell yeah, that's awesome?
Oh yeah, it was. I still had to practice it when I was. It was in training camp, going into my second year, and no. I take it back. It was after my first game, my second year. I went for 230 yards against the Colts opening day, and I didn't have to go to the special teams meetings no more. I was just he was like, you're good. I think it was a special teams coach. I showed up Like, because like I was still like, to me, I'm still undrafted. I still got to prove myself. I showed up, and the special team coach was like, "Go ahead, do your thing."
It's got to be a good feeling.
Yeah, it's like so like all the elite players, right? I always wanted to. So like during special teams meeting, like it would be like Andre Johnson, it would be like, the quarterbacks, like it would be all the elite players. They would go and just like, go to the cold tub, go to the hot tub, get some work done, in your body, whatever the case may be, during special teams meeting while we were all sitting there watching the special teams. And so I think after that opening day, I went to special teams meeting, and then the special teams coach was like, "You good, bro?"
Did your teammates like resent the fact that you left them? Like, man,
nah, we all root for that. We all like, bro, go ball. Like that was one thing I liked about NFL was like, there wasn't a lot of that. I didn't really experience any of that. Everybody was rooting for you. So it's like all that contract dispute stuff that happens like in the media. Nobody like there's not a locker room distraction. Everybody's like, go get paid, go get your money. Like, because it's like a us versus them thing. Like downstairs versus upstairs. But when I was there, I don't know how it is now. Instagram has changed humans.
What about the other side of that? Is there a sense of when a special teams player has a breakout game, guys are like really, really excited because that means that another guy is going to get an opportunity to step up and play on special teams and prove themselves. It's like an opportunity for somebody else.
That happens too. But I mean, if somebody comes up, that means somebody got to go. So a lot of times, it's like practice squad. Like there's dudes like on practice squad who we would know, be like, yo, he's a baller. We just waiting on his shot. And like when he comes up, we like, here's your chance, boy. You better go out there. Like that's the type. It's a very good, like, I can't speak to every team, but the atmosphere of everything that I experienced in the NFL was it was just dudes like happy for each other because it's a business at the end of the day. And if you excel, that means your family do well. You know what I'm saying? Like you get exponentially, your life increases. And like everybody, I never saw anybody mad at that. But in the college, it was very different. College was like, motherfuckers was hating. It was very, very different in college. But that could have just been my college. I don't know.
What about stars that want to put themselves on special teams? Like, I want to make a difference on special teams. Let me return punts, or let me get on kick return so I can get down there and make a play.
I don't know of any star that has done that, other than like if you like a receiver and you say you got some bop, or if you not like, I've never met a star player, but like, yo, let me be number 5 on kickoff. I've never met that guy.
Rob Gronkowski was on PAT. He got hurt on PAT. You don't see Kelce blocking for the extra points.
Does he?
Probably because that's a bad idea.
That's stupid.
It's dumb. I don't care.
You just described why he doesn't do that.
I know, but guess what?
Dumb.
That's just I'm gonna.
Bro, it's because Belichick told him to. He didn't fucking volunteer to block on kicks, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
He definitely did. No, Belichick definitely did.
Belichick was known for that, putting his starters on special teams. Silly shit. And Belichick ain't been to the playoffs without Brady.
I still think that puts Gronk in the GOAT discussion.
I think
I'm not saying. Hold on. I don't. Let's clear this up. I don't think Gronk sucks or anything. He's
right.
One of the greatest tight ends of all time. I just think Kelce better. He's a better route runner.
I think the Jordan LeBron debate has gotten so much, play that me and my buddies just been hitting the Kelce Gronk debate recently. And
those aren't in the same stratospheres, but
right. But for sake of discussion,
who's LeBron?
Kelce.
Yeah,
Kelce.
You think Kelce's LeBron?
Yeah, Kelce's absolutely LeBron.
What about Tony Gonzalez? Would he be Jordan?
No, Gonzalez would be like Kobe.
Okay.
What a disgusting, awful comparison.
No, but like he would be like a third. Like Gonzalez would be like a, almost like a
Kobe
Wilt.
Isn't a top 10 player ever.
You're fucking drunk,
dude.
You are.
That's absolutely true.
That's
absolutely true.
Oh, I thought you were saying that Gonzalez was disrespectful to Kobe.
Okay, hold on.
No, it's disrespectful to Tony Gonzalez.
No, what?
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Before we move on, give me your top 3 twos of all time. Give me top 3 twos.
Dwayne Wade's better than Kobe.
Oh my God!
Hey yo,
no.
I'm not taking this man seriously for nothing. Get the fuck out.
Jordan.
What metric is Dwayne Wade better than Kobe?
I just also like to point out that last week Big T used Dwayne Wade as a comparison to ice cream to describe how ice cream
Because I said
mid.
it was good. Yeah, Kobe.
So ice cream is the second best number 2 of all time.
No, I realize I've talked myself into a corner with that one now, but
facts. Okay. Let's say I grant you Dwayne Wade. Okay.
And then obviously
give me number 3. Give me number 3.
Klay Thompson's probably.
Listen,
better than Kobe.
Dwayne Wade needed Shaq to win an NBA championship. Kobe never needed that.
That's facts.
What?
Those are facts.
Well,
it's not really a fact.
That is a fact. Kobe won 2 without Shaq. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
With Paul Gasol.
Yeah. That's not Shaq. The question was the
perennial all-star.
And what does that do? There are maybe 2 to 3 teams in NBA history that have won an NBA championship without 2 Hall of Famers or 1 Hall of Famer and all-stars. There maybe 2 or 3, maybe. But every NBA championship has been won with at least 2 Hall of Famers. At least.
Pau Gasol's championships are just another example of Americans, carrying the French to a victory.
Hold on, we can't go on. Hold on, I'm not letting Big T get away with this. Hold on, wait.
You know where Pau Gasol is from, right?
Yeah, he's from France.
No, he's not.
No, he's from southwest France, Spain.
I'm pretty sure he's
France adjacent.
All right, now Billy's pretty sure he's from
French.
France.
I thought he was French.
Billy says he's French. He's French. Billy.
Well, is he from like the Pyrenees?
I don't know which mountain range he hails
Spain. Kobe literally learned.
I thought he was French.
Spanish to talk with Pau Gasol.
Nah,
but anyway, hold on. I'm gonna need Big T to finish this. Who's your number 3?
Well, you're limiting me to shooting guards. I mean, you said he's a top 10 player ever.
I have a reason as to why, but explain to me. Give me your number 3.
He's probably in the top 3 shooting guards ever.
Okay.
That doesn't mean he's a top 10 player ever.
Okay, now give me players. Now give me the top 10
Jordan,
players.
LeBron.
Okay.
I'll put Wilt, even though I don't like to count old. Like, that wasn't real, but sure.
I'm with you on that, but for the sake of this argument, you're going to break your own rules. Okay, let's go.
Shaq's
3,
better.
4, okay.
Tim Duncan was a better player than Kobe.
5, I'll give you Tim.
I'd have to sit down and make a top 10, but there's for sure 5. Steph's better.
That's 5. Steph's okay.
Steph's better.
Okay. Still got 4 more, man.
Give me 5 minutes. Let me come up with Larry Bird's better.
Okay. 7.
There's another guy that played alongside Larry Bird, famously. Same era.
Who?
His biggest rival, you could say.
Oh, yeah. Magic Johnson, way better.
Okay. Way better.
And now is where you could start to potentially start talking about Kobe.
You said Kobe is not a top 10 player. Now,
I'm sure there are others I'm forgetting.
Okay. All right. But for somebody who made such a brazenly bad statement,
Kobe gets.
I would think that you would have had.
Oh, Kareem's better.
Okay, that's 9. Give me one more.
Kevin Durant's better than Kobe.
Now you're talking crazy.
No.
Now, I gotta put. I didn't push back on 9 or your 10 for the simple fact of I could see the argument. I don't agree, but you're saying Kevin Durant is a better player than Kobe Bryant. In what metric?
What did Kobe do better than Kevin Durant?
Win.
He's a winner.
I'm not. I
wins
can't.
Basketball games.
I guess if you want to say that, sure, but like
he has
it's a better.
He has a better post game. He's a better defender. He's a better rebounder.
Not a better rebounder.
Then Kevin
Durant's 6'11",
and he don't bang. And he's a wing player, bro. He don't bang.
I would say Kobe's probably better defender.
I will give you that.
Healthy Kobe.
By the way, I think Pau Gasol is actually Catalonian, which isn't really Spanish.
It's not French either.
It's kind of it's right in between.
What do you have against Kobe? Because this is not.
I don't have anything against him.
This is not basketball related.
Yes, it absolutely is.
What happened?
Nothing happened. Kobe just. I will say, People aren't going to like this. People aren't going to like this.
Go ahead.
Kobe in the last 3.5 years, people talk about Kobe now like, rest in peace. Very sad that he left us far too soon. But people talk about Kobe now like he was the greatest basketball player of all time. Elite, unbelievable, Hall of Famer. But he gets talked about now way better than he was.
What?
That's a fact.
Kobe's
okay. All the people that you mentioned, go look up how they viewed Kobe. Go look up how they talk about Kobe. I don't think you watched Kobe, dog.
He's like a comics comic. He's a player's player.
Like
yes.
Like when people talk about Kobe, it's like he was like a step. But I don't want to disrespect me. But like they got that Jordan feel when
his mentality, unbelievable, like incredible competitor, incredible player, all-time great player. But he's not like top 3. Like there are people who seriously put Kobe, like talk about him like he could be the greatest player ever. He just wasn't.
No, that's not.
He was unbelievable.
True. No. Like I honestly, hearing you say that, don't think you've ever really watched him. I think you caught a couple games.
Kobe.
You know
where do you put him? Like 1?
He's in my top 5.
I like how Arian's got his top 5 ready to go, like set in stone.
Now think about
just
this.
for
it's a sliding scale because I have, much like rap, it's a sliding scale, right? It's a spectrum. So it's like, and it's also a lot of it is emotional. I will agree. I think LeBron James is the greatest basketball player to ever play. My favorite player of all time is Michael Jordan, though. You know what I'm saying? So like I would put Michael Jordan 1, but I think LeBron James is a better basketball player than Michael Jordan.
What about if Kobe was LeBron's size? Would Kobe be better than LeBron?
I don't know.
If you put Allen Iverson in Kwame Brown's body, he would be the best basketball player of all time.
This is getting ridiculous.
Have you ever seen Stephen A. Smith's rant on Kwame Brown?
Yes, yeah.
The most amazing rant of all time. And I feel bad for Kwame, like, you know what I'm saying? But it was just hilarious, dog. The funniest shit I've ever seen.
That's when he got crowned, Stephen A. Smith.
When he went after Kwame?
I think that was his like swan song moment where like everyone's like, he has arrived, he is the best on television.
Or Lamar Odom when he went after Lamar.
Yeah. I think that was after, right?
Crack.
Kwame's an all-time like what could have been guy, but I mean, when he was drafted first overall, Jordan drafted him first overall, and you can make the argument that what Jordan's done after he's left the game has really impacted how he could be perceived in that top 3 argument.
Jordan off the court may be my least favorite human.
Jordan, the executive, stunk. He drafted Kwame Brown because Kwame was good against him in one-on-one, and that's how he was evaluating like who to draft, who to take first overall.
And didn't he? Well, I thought Kwame Brown played whoever the other guy was that they were talking about drafting, and he kicked his ass and walked off the court, and like Michael Jordan was the only guy watching, and he supposedly went up to Michael Jordan and like handed him the ball and said, "You're next," or something.
That might be true too.
I thought that's what it was.
Kwame now has been, well, also Kwame just got emasculated by Michael Jordan in his rookie year for the Wizards. Jordan used to just go after him because Kwame was the next guy up and he was so highly touted that Jordan took it personally that people were talking so highly about Kwame. So he just made it his mission to destroy him mentally, even though he was a player on Michael Jordan's team.
He got threatened by his...
Yeah.
Now, what kind of complex is that?
Got called out for Jordan?
No, like there's some like classical, not Oedipus, but something where like a father is threatened by his protege or son.
He got pre-Oedipus on Kwame. He's like, one day this man will want to destroy me, so I need to destroy him first.
Yes.
Yeah, like a lion. It's like infanticide.
What is that called?
Lions do that on other male lions that they perceive could be a threat at some point.
Also, white rhinos.
Oh, did not know that.
The older males, once they basically can't fuck anymore, they just go run around and try to kill all the young males.
Yeah, basically Kwame said that Michael Jordan just hazed him all the time, and that's why he never developed. And then went out to L.A. And he had a couple good seasons in LA. He had his moments for sure.
And that's why Michael Jordan, he said he ain't want to coach. It's because he's like, the expectations I have for other people and myself, like I just don't want to put that on anybody.
That's probably pretty self-aware.
Yeah, I could respect it.
Can
But-
I just
hold
go?
on.
Can
Wait
I
a
just
second.
go back? Oh, okay, go.
Yeah, I was gonna get right back on your bumper, dog.
Well, so I wanted to go back to what I originally
else
said,
is
though.
Kevin Durant better at than Kobe?
He's a better
Shooting.
scorer than Kobe.
Kevin Durant's one of the greatest scorers to ever play this
Agree.
game. I'll give you that. I wouldn't say scorer. I would say shooter. He's a better shooter. Scorer?
No, I think both.
I don't think so.
Now, is Jokic better than Kobe by your metrics? Does he have the possibility to be
We're not
better at the end of his career?
Listen, hold on. I don't want to entertain no silly shit right now. Talking about Kevin Durant being a better basketball player than Kobe Bryant. So you saying he's a better? Okay, I'll give you score. I don't agree, but I'll give you score. What else?
I
said
mean, he
rebounder.
does rebound better just by virtue of being
What are the
that
stats?
big.
I don't even know. What are the stats?
So Kobe averaged 5.2 rebounds a game for his career. Durant averages 6.7, which I
Okay.
will say is closer than it probably should be.
No, because he's like, think about it. Like, he's taller, so he should get more, right? But Kobe bangs more. But go ahead. Okay, I'll give you rebounder. He's a better scorer. He's a better rebounder. Okay, what else?
He's probably not better on defense than Kobe.
That's not probably. That's facts.
So then, what else do you want? That's about
Ball handling. Defense
pound
is
for
50%.
pound. I mean, he's 6'11".
Come on,
Great
cuz.
ball
Now-
handler.
But that's why he's a better rebounder. Now come on, dogs.
Yes, no, I said that was closer than it should
All
be.
right, all right, so Kobe's a better ball handler. Kobe's a better defender, which is half of the game.
But it's not anymore.
Are you saying that
What are we
defense doesn't
talking-
matter in the NBA?
Big T.
For most of the
I
season.
view you as an honest man.
I think
view
so
you as
also.
I view you as an honest man. Right now, you're not being honest, man.
Why?
Because you're saying if somebody's better than somebody half the game, you're saying that don't matter.
No. I'm saying that the way the game is played now, guys don't prioritize defense.
Kobe played with and against. I'm sorry, Kobe played against Kevin Durant. They played in the same era, dogs. This is not.
For a little bit.
Can I jump in real quick?
But yes, I absolutely agree. I said I agree with you. He's better on defense.
I
Okay, but he's
fancy
better on
myself to be
defense.
a Big T whisperer. I feel like I can get
Okay.
inside Big T's head and
Okay.
kind of see where his thought process is going.
I don't agree with you, but you continue.
Okay, well, you can tell me if I'm right about
Okay.
this or
His
not.
brain's
Okay.
impenetrable.
I knew that you
We've
were
had
not.
this
I knew you were not
conversation.
going to
Right,
agree with me
right,
before
yeah.
you
Hey,
even
hold on,
said that.
BFT, you really good at this though. You really good at. I think what Billy's trying to say. I think what Big T's trying to say.
No, I really do think I know this. I really do
No, I
think.
I think you got.
I think I understand Big T's train of thought, which is
Sure.
Big T fancies himself to be a teller of hard truths, right? Saying the things that other people sometimes aren't willing to say yet. And he's had this take. It sounds like that since Kobe Bryant passed away, Big T gets frustrated that he's included in the top 3 discussion of all time. And he's put up there with LeBron and Michael Jordan, and then there's Kobe that's involved in it. And in Big T's mind, Kobe should not be in that conversation, but people have started to overrate Kobe Bryant after he passed away. When I think Big T, if you gave him truth serum, would admit that he's a top 10 player,
Okay.
but he doesn't like the fact that so many people are including him in the top 3. Am I way off?
You are regurgitating things I've already said.
Yeah, but I'm saying like this is less about you. I think you would honestly put Kobe in your top 10.
Once I got to 9 and 10, I was like, that's where you could start to talk about Kobe.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get back to the original, like if we all agree, like you said, top 5. Once I got to 9, you were like, okay, like that's kind of fair. Tony Gonzalez, not even close to where that is in tight ends. That's what I was saying.
But without Tony Gonzalez, would the tight end position look like it does today? That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Probably not.
I don't know.
What are you saying? I'm saying Tony Gonzalez is 1.
Oh, 1. You're saying he's number 1.
Yes.
And you're
he's
saying
he's not close to
What
wherever
does
you want to put Kobe.
Why are you? Wait, what?
Do you disagree with that also?
I'm gonna need you to repackage that and say it in another way because I'm not sure I understand what you're saying.
Tony Gonzalez, number 1 tight end ever. So when he said Kobe, I was like, wherever you want to put Kobe, whether that's 5, 10, 15, wherever, it's far away from where Tony Gonzalez is.
How's that far? If you're a top 10 player of all time in your sport, how's that far away? Because Tony Gonzalez is not a top 10 player in football ever.
Well, we were talking about just tight ends.
That's
I guess you would have
mind to draw. Because even by your metric, and your standards, he is close. You said nowhere near close. Because I asked you who your top 3 number 2s are, and for some reason you put Dwayne Wade above Kobe. And let's even say you give that. You're saying the top 3 is not close to the 1. That doesn't make any sense.
No. You have to. He said Kobe on like all-time players in relation to all-time tight ends. So the lists that we were comparing were just tight ends and then basketball players.
I like this. We're debating across sports now. Like, who is greater, Kobe Bryant or Tony Gonzalez? That's an argument that I guarantee nobody will win.
Yeah,
it's impossible to win that debate.
If we're getting into these weird, nonsensical, like out of this world
he gonna bring
takes.
Gronk. Here come Gronk. Here you go.
No, I'm not talking about Gronk. But like we were talking about Allen Iverson and Kwame Brown's body. Like that's pretty out there.
It is.
So let's talk about something a little more tangential and like physical that we have evidence for.
Is Jokic too French?
There's UFOs.
I knew where he was already trying to go with that.
We don't have to touch upon it, but before the end of this episode, we need to touch on some of this UFO stuff because crazy stuff's come out. Just want to put it in there. Continue. Sorry.
I'll make a note of that. All right, so I guess what we're looking at right now is Tony Gonzalez is greater than Kobe Bryant.
At his position?
At his position, yeah.
Adam Vinatieri. Okay. This is the best way I can explain it because this is how I interpreted what Billy was saying. Tony Gonzalez is higher on the list of tight ends. I would put him first, but wherever you want to put him, he is higher on the list of tight ends.
Really?
Yes, that's not like a hot take.
That is a hot take.
It's not that hot.
Higher on the list of tight ends than Kobe Bryant is on the list of all-time basketball players.
Okay.
Which is how I interpreted.
That's an unfair metric.
Well, that's what Billy said, though. I'm not the one that came up with that.
I do think Tony Gonzalez is like the third guy in the GOAT discussion of tight ends.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe was always the third guy.
Billy, you're showing there are a lot of people out there that probably agree with Billy that are like Tony Gonzalez should not be included on this list.
Because he has crazy statistics because he played for so long.
Yeah, he's a compiler, and he also
best abilities availability.
Yeah, that's true. And he also played an era where tight ends weren't putting up these. They weren't as involved in the offenses. So
he's a great blocker.
Will agree with Billy
as well as receiver,
and be like, "Oh, who's this old guy, Tony? Why is he being talked about in the same breath as Rob Gronkowski?"
No, but like that's like that's like the Wilt Chamberlain. Like older.
It's not at all. It's
like basketball was different.
No.
Tony Gonzalez played in like 2013.
No. But that was
listen. I played against Tony Gonzalez, bro. I have his jersey, fam. I swapped. I was a fucking fangirl. I was like, I went up to him before the game. And I was like, hey, I called him Mr. Gonzalez, bro. I was like, hey, Mr. Gonzalez, like, I phrased it like this. I was like, I don't know if you would want to, but I would love to swap jerseys with you at the game. He's like, yeah, man, no doubt. And I was like happy as shit, right? But anyway, it was when he played with Atlanta. But I think what you're missing is when he played, the game was not the same. The game was not this pass heavy shit that it is now. So all these routes and all these plays drawn up for all these tight ends, it didn't happen like that. My man's was 6-time all pro. Like, come on, dogs. Like, as a tight end, like, he dominated his position for a decade plus. And it was just, he was the standard, right? And so the game changed. So now stats are kind of inflated for tight ends.
Very true. But also totally unrelated. Did you see the picture of Tony Gonzalez with Jeff Bezos' girlfriend? That like he might be cucking Jeff Bezos.
Well, no, Tony Gonzalez is.
I know.
Yeah.
But that was just trending. Going back, I do remember his like he was a GOAT. But how many championships does he have?
Doesn't matter.
Just saying. I mean, just saying.
Let's be fair. He played for an Atlanta sports team for a portion of his career, so that's a trick.
They should have won. They were up 17-0 in the NFC Championship game.
I just think that
they would have killed the Ravens.
Championship discussion in football is the most. It's the dumbest thing to talk about.
Agreed.
Unrelated to that, Arian.
That's loser talk.
How many Super Bowls do you have?
0.
Okay. Unrelated to the topic at hand.
It's unrelated.
Unless you're a quarterback, then it's fair.
No, it's still not fair. It's dumb.
I don't know.
Dan Marino,
Mhm.
one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. To this day, probably has one of the best arms of all time. No chips. You need a team in football, fam.
Right.
And football is the
you're not-
sport where people talk about it the most. Basketball maybe, but
basketball makes sense because you can will a team to win in basketball.
Yes.
You have so much prowess on the court. You can cause so much disruption. In football, it's just you have a small slice of what's going on in the game. You're not on the field for 50% of the game. Like you have so little to do with what goes on. You're not controlling what plays you call. It's just a very small slice of what's going on. So it's like championships don't matter. Barry Sanders is the greatest athlete I've ever seen, dog. The things that he was able to do with his body, I've never seen before, and you will never see again. Hope maybe, I don't know, but he don't get talked about in like the greatest athletes of all time because of the fucking arbitrary line we've drawn of sports greatness, which is championships, which he had nothing to do. He never made the playoff. Barry Sanders never made the playoffs, and he was the greatest running back to ever touch a football. I think he's the greatest athlete to ever play the game, in my opinion.
I think he was too strong. Isn't that how he got hurt?
No, it's Bo Jackson.
He never got hurt. 10 straight seasons of 1,000 yards. Barry Sanders did not get hurt.
He's talking about Bo Jackson.
Yeah, I mixed it up.
pulled his own hip out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe greatest athlete, Deion Sanders. Didn't Deion Sanders hit a home run and have a punt return for a touchdown in the same weekend?
I think it was the same.
Probably because there was that year that he was playing in the World Series for the Braves.
And it flew back, right, for that game. I think it was the same day.
I don't know that it may have been the next day.
Maybe. I don't know. But you know something about Deion I didn't know? And that's the homie. But I didn't know that he got like part of his foot cut off.
Yeah.
Recently, yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea that he just chopped off part of it. I think it was from an old turf toe injury.
No, isn't it a blood clot?
Yeah, that caused it though. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But I remember people talking shit about his turf toe injury, and I did too. This was back in like the 90s, right? I was like, it's a toe until I got turf toe in 2007. That's one of the worst injuries ever. But I still, to this day, I still feel my turf toe injury. This shit is not no joke, though.
Yeah, we have to rebrand turf toe because it's such a soft sounding injury. But
it is.
Every time I hear somebody talk about it, it's the most excruciating thing of all time.
That shit hurts, bro. I had to. So I wore a size 13 in college. I had to wear size 14 for a bowl game the entire week of practice because I couldn't stand the pressure of the 13. Like I had to wear an entirely upsized shoe. Insane, bro.
I also hear that kickers sometimes have to put their shoe in an oven for a while to shrink it down to get it super, or to be able to get their foot into it so they can wear a smaller shoe than normal.
No, I don't like kickers.
They put on a size 8 when they wear a size 11, and they put it in the oven so they can get their foot in it when it's nice and hot, and then they lace it up and it just molds itself to their foot. Kickers are weird.
So it's solid.
Yeah, kickers.
So it's not that consistency.
Yeah, kickers are very strange people. We got some more stuff we got to talk about, but before we do, I want to talk to you guys about HeyDude. Speaking of very comfortable shoes, HeyDude, I have a pair of HeyDudes. Billy, I know you have a pair too.
I love HeyDudes.
I'll tell you what I love about HeyDudes is they're the best house shoe that you can wear.
Not only.
And you guys know what I'm talking about when I say a house shoe. Maybe, you're not going out for the day, you're not going out to work, you're not going out to a restaurant or anything, but you need a shoe to wear around the house. You need a quick pair of shoes to put on, take the dog for a walk, go out, check the mail, get the paper. Maybe you just want to walk down to the corner store. HeyDudes are the best casual shoe that you can wear. Super comfortable. I've got a pair. I wear them around my house all the time. They're perfect fast shoes. If you need to put on a pair of fast shoes, like shoes quickly to get outside, do something, HeyDude, that's going to be what you wear. If you work in a casual environment, you can also wear HeyDude. They're great looking shoes. I've worn them to work before myself. They're unbelievably lightweight. They're so easy to put on. They slip right in, no tying necessary. And there's a ton of variety, different prints, colors, materials, or styles. There's a look for everyone. And right now, they have an awesome offer. This kind of sale only happens a few times a year. From June 11th through June 24th, you can get 25% off almost everything at HeyDude.com when you use promo code DUDE25. So they've got a range of products, tried and true styles, to the Wendy for girls, the Wally for guys. There are also expanded silhouettes arriving, including sandals, slides, sneakers, and slip-ons. Again, 25% off almost everything at HeyDude.com using code DUDE25. Promo code DUDE25. 25% almost everything at HeyDude.com from June 11th through June 24th. Billy, you like wearing yours, right?
I'm personally going to go take advantage of this now. I've been rocking a pair. I've been doing everything from walking the dog in them to climbing underneath a pier to help set it up for the summer. This is the ultimate summer shoe. Like I wish I had these when I was like that summertime where you literally could just like bike ride around, do whatever you want, go to the beach, just like they're the perfect summer shoe. And I'm trying to get like 5 pairs for this summer because they are the ultimate vacation shoe, walking the dog shoe, slip-on shoe. Because I'm blessed, I can wear them to work every day, and it is the chillest shoe ever.
The chillest shoe ever.
Seriously, like I'm not lying. Go get yourself some HeyDudes.
Promo code DUDE25, HeyDude.com, 25% off.
If you work for sales, please send me some HeyDudes.
Before we fully move on, I just want to say I don't believe that Dwayne Wade shit. I panicked. I don't believe that.
That's fair. Big T's a man of integrity.
And I appreciate that because I do view you as an honest man and wild. But hey, man, I love that.
Klay Thompson's stats are closer than they should be, but I don't believe Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, but to get the fuck out of here with Klay Thompson being on that list.
Yeah, come on, man.
I was panicking.
He's a great shooter. Great shooter. I think you
don't
can
believe the man said. I was panicking.
You can look at the stats. I want to get Kirk Goldsberry on the case, but I want to know for Klay Thompson what his average points per dribble have been, because he does so much catch and shoot.
Oh my God! Hey, a coach's dream was that game where I think he dribbled 4 times and had like 50 points or something like that.
Yeah,
coaches across America were just salivating, telling their kids telling you don't gotta dribble. I didn't like that, but happy for him.
If you're looking at like the classic coach phrases that a high school or youth sports coach would tell you, I would include you got to finish the run on there. You're not finishing your runs. I would put
just finish in general. I think. Finish.
Yeah, the ball moves faster than a dribble does when you're passing it, so it's easier to pass it than it is to dribble. Coaches love saying that shit. What else do coaches always say? Like in baseball, give me an example of a coachism.
Quit stepping out.
Quit stepping out.
If you're hitting and your foot goes, like out toward the outside of the batter's box, you're stepping out. Stepping in the bucket.
Get your belly button over the ball for fielding.
Yeah.
Get in front of it.
Yeah, get in front of it.
Stay down on the ball.
Get in front of it. Stay down. Yeah. I only played 1 year of baseball, so that kind of brought back memories.
Get in front of it was the big one from
get in front of it.
Little League.
Use your body.
What's crazy is so my son played baseball, and I was teaching him how to field the ball, and I was like, you got to get in front of it. Don't be scared of it. And I was saying the same shit.
Yeah.
I'm old.
If you're if you grew up in a town like I did, where they didn't necessarily take the best care of their baseball fields, learning how to field, being an infielder sucked because it was just bad hop after bad hop. So the ball would just like jump up and hit you in your face. Yeah.
Speaking of fields, there's this amazing Little League field in Hoboken, New Jersey, that is the birthplace of baseball. And they have such an amazing, I don't know what, I was just walking the dog one night, walked past it, and I literally just stopped and watched the game because it's out looking over the Hudson River to the New York skyline under the lights. Perfect turf field. And I just kept thinking I wish I could play baseball here. It's just so beautiful. Sorry, just total random tangent, but it is an amazing field.
So it says the origins of baseball is Cooperstown, New York.
No, it's Hoboken by Billy's house.
So there's a sign that says
there is a sign in Hoboken.
There is a sign,
but there's
Hoboken
a whole argument that
Yeah.
it's where was it? I think it's Hoboken, but people don't claim Hoboken.
Wait, Hoboken claims to have invented baseball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They said that the club traveled to Hoboken to practice the game.
Like it was before Doubleday Field,
in
sort of thing.
1845.
This sounds like the debate like they had
I'm
in
claiming
the,
Hoboken.
in the license plates between Ohio and North Carolina.
Yeah.
Where North Carolina says that they were first in flight, and then
Yeah.
Ohio says the birthplace of aviation, because
Yeah.
that's where the Wright brothers were born. But the first flight took place actually in North Carolina.
Yeah. So
who does have claim to that?
I think North Carolina. I think I've
I do
awarded it
too.
to North Carolina. That's where the
so
airplane
too.
flew.
yeah.
That's where it flew. Yeah, it flew there. So
Yeah.
It's actually in the desert in South America. That's where the real birthplace of aviation was, where they built all those landing fields there, the ancient cultures.
Yeah.
Yep.
there was I was watching one of them Ancient Alien episodes one time, and there was an interesting tidbit. Look at Billy face light up. There was an interesting tidbit. That I think it was the Aztecs. They had these I think it was gold. It might have been gold, but they had these little artifacts that looked like a plane, like an airplane.
Yeah.
It had wings. That was pretty interesting. I'm sure there's an explanation, but I remember that.
The flyers is
Yeah.
what they were called, right?
Yeah.
I agree with that, Aaron. I think that ancient civilizations did invent aviation to a certain extent.
I mean, mimicking a bird.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They had so much time, and think about this: whatever materials they were using to try to mimic flight were definitely super light and couldn't withstand time.
Yep.
Like they were just
They
disintegrated.
disintegrated over the years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point, Billy.
Just
Yes. So Quimbaya airplanes. Of the Quimbaya artifacts, a handful of these stylized animal figures, also it's the animal, have been misidentified through the lens of I don't even know what that is, as an ancient portrayals of aircraft. This collection of artifacts are colloquially referred to under the broad term of Quimbaya artifacts, are more misleadingly as the Ptolema jets, the latter name stemming from the 2009 television program Ancient Aliens. So yeah, but if you look at them, the Quimbaya artifacts, so they're saying they are like animals.
Yeah, they were making like dragonflies, is what they're saying.
And they look like planes. They do like planes though.
All right, some crazy news happened, but before we discuss it, it's brought to you by Factor. Now that it's summer, you might be looking for some wholesome, convenient meals for sunny, active days. Well, look no further. Factor's here. Factor's ready-to-eat meal kit can help you fuel up fast. They got flavorful and nutritious ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You're going to save time, you're going to eat well, you're going to stay on track, and you're going to reach your goals. If you're too busy with summer plans to cook, but you want to make sure that you're eating well, you can use Factor. You can skip the trip to the grocery store, skip the chopping, the prepping, the cleaning up too, while getting the same flavor and nutritional quality that you need. Their fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes. That's what I love about Factor. They're not frozen. All you have to do is just heat it up and enjoy. Then you get back outside. You soak up the warm weather. This June, get Factor and enjoy eating well without the hassle. Simply choose your meals and enjoy fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered straight to your door, ready in just 2 minutes. No prep, no mess. That's the best part. No prep, no mess, unfrozen, fresh foods. Head to factormeals.com/dosing50. Use code dosing50. We're giving you 50% off your first box. That's right, 50% off your first box. That's promo code dosing50. The number's 5 and 0. So dosing50 when you go to factormeals.com/dosing50. Put that in the URL, factormeals.com/dosing50. Use promo code dosing50. Get 50% off your first box. Before we get to Billy talking about UFOs, which I want Billy to do a brain dump on us.
yeah.
It seems like a natural tie-in. Have you guys heard the story of the 4 kids that went missing for 40 days down in Colombia?
Yeah, bro. In the Amazon?
This is wild. So it's in Colombia. It's near the Amazon. I don't know if it might be in the Amazon rainforest. It's definitely in the mountains and forests of Colombia.
So, real quick. This is why I love Twitter. Dude said, so the headline says 4 kids after a month go missing and come up alive from the Amazon jungle. And some dude says, I don't know if I could have survived the Amazon workplace for 30 days.
Oh man.
More bathroom breaks when you're in the jungle. The kids were aged 1 through 13, and there was a plane crash on May 1st, and 3 adults died in the plane crash. And then they just found them in the Caqueta province. I don't know if I butchered that. Looks like Caqueta province. So they went looking. The military went looking. The indigenous communities went looking for him, and they found these 4 kids. Off the top of my head, I want to say one was about a year old. Mm-hmm. One kid was 4, I think. One kid was 9, and the other was 13.
Yeah.
And they survived. I guess the mom survived for a little bit, but she passed away.
Yeah, they said she survived for like 4 days.
I wonder how the 1-year-old was able to survive.
They must have just put the baby on the back and been like,
That's just such a
Ohana, no one gets left behind type of thing.
Yeah,
that's just such a miracle of human existence.
Yeah, totally.
How fast before Hollywood exploits this? Story.
I literally was just gonna say that there's gonna be a Netflix documentary about this in 2
no
years.
question.
But whenever you think you can't do something, like David Goggins, like when you think you're totally done, you're only 40% of your like total capacity. Like these kids survived a month.
it's like the meme of the 2 guys digging for diamonds, and one guy quits
Mm-hmm.
1 inch away from reaching the diamond shelter.
How did he come up with that percentage?
I don't know. It might have not been Goggins. It may have been another Navy SEAL, but I always think about that when I want to quit.
It is a big time Navy SEAL statistic.
Yeah.
Your brain is only.
Maybe even totally fake.
Like, but I'm saying, how do you quantify that percent? I'm not saying like. I love all the motivational speakers out there that get people going. That's what's up. But I'm saying, like, how the fuck did you come up with that number, like randomly and shit? Like,
I don't probably like you push yourself. Like, let's say he was like, I think I'm done, and he did 40 miles, and then he only ended up quitting 100 miles. Mm-hmm. Like that's when he like died, like passed out.
Yeah, that's when he dies. It's like the VO2 max, except just like the boundary of when you die doing something.
Exactly, and also those people that are dead can't account for the. Part of the statistic that says, you can't push that far.
And if you hit 100% after you die, are you like, that was so worth it? I unleashed my true potential.
Did they say how these kids survived?
It said that they turned animalistic.
Oh, like Yellow Jackets?
They went feral?
I don't think Yellow Jackets, because Yellow Jackets, spoiler alert, they eat each other.
Yeah. Well, they eat each other after they die.
After they die.
They don't kill anybody.
But it doesn't sound like they ate the mom.
They went feral.
I think they kind of went animalistic. I think they said, I saw something that said they just started hunting animals.
That is
I read a part of it. They said that I guess their grandmother had taught the older ones like some survival stuff, and they just drew off of that. That's what I read. I don't know the truth of it though. But
Yeah,
it's like that movie.
To keep a 1-year-old alive is hard in a house. To keep a 1-year-old alive in an Amazon, that's wild.
You're playing Hatchet on expert mode.
That kid deserves to retire. Right, like never should have to work again. Whoever the oldest kid is, like you should never have to work. That is the biggest accomplishment.
Well,
one of the biggest accomplishments of humans.
The parents were in a private jet.
It was a helicopter.
Oh,
was it a helicopter?
It was a helicopter.
It says plane crash.
I read helicopter.
Oh. Cassava, flour, and fruit. It's actually pretty lucky these guys crashed in like a jungle because there's fruit.
My man.
There's also a lot of stuff that can kill you.
Yeah, there's
man, don't minimize the.
I'm not. But
Billy said. I mean, it did land in a jungle with a lot of fruit around. Fuck out of here, Billy.
But also, like they could have a snake eat all of them whole.
Cassava flour and familiarity with the rainforest fruits were key to the children's extraordinary survival in an area where snakes, mosquitoes, and other animals abound.
Somehow, this family survived after a plane crash into the Hershey factory. No, credit to them. Did you guys read that book Hatchet when you were kids, or did that get taken out of circulation?
May have been canceled.
I've never heard
I don't
of
think
it.
it was canceled. It was.
I think I did read it, but remind me of the plot.
You would love this book, Billy.
I think I did read it. It's like the old dude.
It's like a 14-year-old that is on a plane, and the pilot has a heart attack on the plane, and the kid tries to land it, lands in a lake, but survives, swims out, and it's somewhere in Canada, I believe. I think it's like southern Canada somewhere, and he survives in the woods on his own for, I don't know, like a year.
Oh, I did read this.
When you read that book, you're like, man, I hope I don't get to a plane crash, but I bet I could survive after this.
Yeah. No, I did. I get it mixed up with like
or like Lord of the Flies. Wasn't that?
No, The Giver.
That was like too.
Yeah. Lord of the Flies was
The
similar.
Giver?
Isn't the Giver when they're like
That's
in
like
black and white or something?
alternate universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different plot line.
There's so
altogether.
many different books I read when I like used my brain way more when I was like in 4th and 5th grade, and like I read all these books, but now I can't remember what like plot goes to what like
Well, it's
Every
probably-
book,
title.
every book in Billy's head has been combined into one.
It's
Also,
all
you
one
probably-
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you probably think that way because you read them 15 years ago.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
they're-
that's excusable, right?
You
There's-
should
Yeah, I think
be
it's normal.
using
It's
your
normal.
brain more now than you were in 4th grade.
No, like applying my brain to reading. Like
You should be doing that also.
I
I
read like,
plateaued at 4th grade mentally. I'll tell you.
no, I think I plateaued like junior year of high school. That's when I was operating at the highest level.
Yeah, you can still read.
I know, but I just don't have time. I'm like usually reading about stuff to blog about, like random reports.
Blog about the giver, bro.
I might start having a book club.
we should have
We're
a book
gonna start-
club of like books we read in
We-
6th
Yeah,
grade.
that
We,
actually
but we
would be
tried
funny.
that with Sun Tzu, and it was dog shit.
Yeah, well,
So-
turns out people like were actually stupid back then and didn't realize that what he like stuff we know now, like that was like new to them. Like, don't attack like the larger army if they're bigger than you. Like that was news to them.
That was bad. That was so bad, and it was so bad. Like we just stopped doing the homework. Nobody did the homework. I think it was, what wasn't this episode? We were just like, nobody read it.
Yeah, we were just kind of like, did anyone actually do this one today?
fuck this.
This shit was bad, man.
Oh man.
That shit was bad. What's up with this UFO shit, man?
Okay, so it turns
Chomping
out
at the bit.
the Vatican and Mussolini got a UFO, and the Vatican told the United States after World War II, and they got the UFO back. It's like
Hold on,
apparent- yeah.
bro, slow down.
okay.
and
Let me slow
say
down.
that shit. Say that shit again.
So this UFO whistleblower we talked about, Grush, I have only read his name. It's spelled Grucschsch. So David Grush, he was interviewed on News Nation. The interview has now gone private on YouTube. You can't access it. I'm blogging an alternate link to where you can read it. For some reason, it's gone under. And basically, he's revealed a ton of stuff about what actually happened. And there's a lot of details that people have all overlooked. Everyone's on their phone right now. They don't even care about.
I'm
what
listening.
these
But listening
details-
to the details, bro.
but like it's insane that like if this stuff is true, that not only has the United States discussed that these UFOs are now UAPs, meaning that it's a unidentified aerial phenomenon, and that they can't even say they're flying because they might be bending gravity and technically falling through the sky in different directions.
Mm-hmm.
That's hold on. That detail was where, because one of the things that really piqued my interest about who's that dude that was on Rogan?
Lazar,
Yeah, Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar.
That's what he said that the alien technology did. He said that there was no propulsion system. It was that it manipulated gravity to where it was like, just like you said, it created which is fucking brilliant. Like it's like, because if space, and that's what the only thing. I mean, a lot of these said he had a lot of inconsistencies what he was saying, but that part made a lot of sense. And when in the sense like if space is around us, you're bending space in front of you to where like you're, like you said, you're falling forward rather than like something propelling you, which is interesting. Like, and so where did that detail come from?
So apparently that's why the government's gone from the UFO distinction to UAP, because they're not flying, like they're not like their propulsion is not flying like we think. And they're, for those who can't really wrap their head around like falling through, like if you've heard about how gravity is like if you put a bowling ball on a mattress and that sinking type action, like that's the like the gravitational
Earth.
field. Yeah, that's Earth.
That's Earth. Sorry.
And their craft can manipulate that field in order to move in like ways that aren't physically possible. And this Grush guy, he was a physicist for the Air Force, and the reason why he had access was sort of trying to figure out some of these the physics of some of these craft. That's what he's saying. And like he starts talking about how the Vatican has had like hundreds of thousands of years of like information on flying objects like this, and they actually, when Mussolini, like he apparently, and he has like memos from like Italian Secret Service that there was a crash in 1933 in Italy. Mussolini's dudes, like his whole government, found it and hid it in a private spot away from the Vatican. The Vatican found out that they were fucking around because they were like, I guess the Vatican had at that point been like, you know, gathering all this type of information for thousands of years. So they're like, yo, they're keeping it from us, but we kind of know about it. And then they told the U.S. And then in 1944, the U.S. took the craft. And that, like, Roswell definitely happened. All this crazy stuff, like field-sized craft have been sighted.
Mm-hmm.
Like, quite a number of craft have been recovered by the U.S., 12. And not only that, but they've determined that these UAPs have NHI. And this is a totally new term that has been in classified documents.
Sound like an STD.
I know, but NHI stands for non-human intelligence. So there are government documents that he provided that provide the word non-human intelligence.
Okay.
Send that.
That is wild. It's in a. I'm blogging it right now.
Is this similar to how
the
Russians found the Stargate in Hitler's bunker?
No. This is actually, there's way more evidence to this one, and we did not invade Iraq for Stargate. That was historical fiction. And I preface that with, this is totally out there bonkers. This is like, the U.S. has discovered non-human intelligence. And not only that, the Vatican has admitted to non-human intelligence, something that they've kind of suppressed.
And who is saying this?
This whistleblower who's gone through like the same whistleblower, like the
channels and protections,
that like suck to go through, and basically that the government has suppressed all this information. And then on top of that, because this guy's came forward, there's this Marine who recently came forward and gave he gave his story about how he was in Indonesia after an earthquake, helping out. They were sent there to like do humanitarian missions, and he like stumbled upon a UFO in the jungle that was getting weapons loaded into it by like unmarked military Americans, and that they like detained them and threatened to kill them.
Have you noticed that shit always happens after earthquakes? There's always reports of UFOs and weird stuff going on right after an earthquake.
Right, but this is the first time we've heard about it on the ground.
Yeah.
Whereas like over Turkey,
that
like there's definitely some electro stuff that happens in the sky during earthquakes. I forget what it is exactly, but apparently there's a ton of activity above earthquakes. And like there was on Turkish Twitter, there was a whole conspiracy did we talk about this?
I don't know.
Where they thought that NATO was using weather control to like do like a attack on Turkey.
Mm-hmm. This is also a plot line from Conspiracy Theory, the movie with Mel Gibson. Good movie though. Good movie. He's a big conspiracy theorist where he like has everything covered in tinfoil in his apartment, and he writes newsletters talking about all the different theories that he has. And then the government comes after him because one of his conspiracies is actually true, and it's the one that NASA is using space shuttle launches to cause earthquakes.
Wow. This is a good question. How quickly do you reveal to somebody that you're dating that you got a wild take, like a wild conspiracy? I was talking to a shorty recently, and she telling me that she thinks that the government controls the weather. And I was like,
is that,
I don't know.
Date 1, date 2?
Wait, I mean, we're just talking via text right now.
Yeah.
So date 0?
Date 0.
No, but like you gotta get out there, because sometimes you meet someone that also thinks a lot of those things are true, and then you get married.
Yeah.
So just lay your cards on the table. Day 1.
I'd say for a girl, you can say anything after you have sex. And then the guy's like, well, okay, well, we had sex, so I can put all that stuff out of my mind. I still want the sex.
No, I think it's before. You said after.
Yeah, no, if you're a girl, you can say whatever you want after the relationship has reached that level.
Oh.
You don't want to say that beforehand.
I think you could say it before, and then the guy only realizes that you're crazy after.
Because if a guy wants to have sex with you and you start dating, there's very little that will convince him to not have sex with you. But maybe you don't want to give any sort of opening, I guess is what I'm saying.
Give me a red flag of like, yeah, I'm not.
Multi-level marketing, easy. If she's in an MLM scheme, that would be instant. I can't even hang out with you. I can't talk to you anymore.
I don't know,
But if you're
man.
selling
That's-
supplements, it's different.
No.
Depending on what types of supplements. If they're good supplements.
Yeah.
If she's selling Arbonne, get out of there.
Yep. Selling
All right,
Arbonne.
all
See ya.
right. What about the opposite, ladies? What's the red flag when you're like, okay, this is never gonna go there? Or is that too invasive? I don't wanna-
Talks about his mom like he wants to have sex with her.
Oh, whoa.
Wait.
Okay.
What? That's
This
what
might be a
seems
just you thing.
Very personal.
very specific. Give me an example of
No,
that.
I have
Like,
heard that
what-
before.
Really?
Like not actually, but they're just
Like
like,
an Oedipus, if they have
in
like an
love
Oedipus
with their
complex.
mom.
Wait.
Yeah.
How?
and the mom's in love with them.
And it's a two-way street. It's the mom wants to kiss the son, and the son also wants to kiss the mom, and then there's a two-way relationship there, and you're like, oh, like you're
Okay,
never gonna
I
be
know
the
what
number
you're
one
saying.
girl,
Yeah, you know that when you get into the
Yeah,
relationship,
okay.
mom's going to
Okay.
be
the helicopter
yeah.
mother.
interfering
that's
all the time,
more on
judging
you.
it.
And
How
then you
the
know what
fuck- I think
happens
that's
when it's
more
not
on-
like that? You know what they say? He doesn't respect his mother. He's not going
Yeah.
to respect
No,
you.
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a line.
Nah, I think
No.
I'm
Maybe
with him.
he
I'm
just-
staying with him.
Yeah.
Are you on
Because
my side? Are you on my side?
I'm on your team.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
on your side. Because there are dudes who like mama's boys, but on some like your mom be like in your personal business. Your mom
Yeah.
be like,
Mhm.
why? Who she talking to? Like that type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you like, yo, you too involved. You way too involved.
Mhm.
I feel you. That
I
makes
think
sense.
if the mother is
Respect your mother. Love your mother.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
want to kiss your mother.
if the
my
mother
mom is one of my best friends.
How many people have you ever met that are like that? though?
Like way too many. Not even the boys that I've
No,
dated,
that-
but like just like guys in general. Like you can kind of get a sense about them.
It's more the
if they want-
mother's fault than it is the dude's because
starts
like
with
he
the
was
mother.
raised like that. Yeah, he
Right.
was
Yeah, and
raised
then
like
it's
The
like
thing is-
you're high on the supply.
all these women who think this one day they're gonna have a son and they're gonna totally realize being on the opposite side of the coin that they were wrong. That happens a lot.
No,
I
like
think-
my
I think-
I have a brother, and my mom and my
Nah.
brother aren't like that, and they love each other.
But maybe girls that associate with your brother think that about your brother. The thing is, it's not anything weird, because you're privy to the
No.
relationship. But then
Reach.
there's probably girls that meet
No, I think I
your
would
brother
know
and think
more.
that that something weird's going on.
No, I've seen it too much. Especially at this age, I feel like people are still learning how to live without their parents a little bit, and so they're on the side, like they just have this like very odd relationship with their mother, kind of like just like an Oedipus complex.
If it's like
That, or if they're rude to wait staff.
if that's like an Italian thing, like
It's
like,
not an Italian.
No. I'm saying like I've seen like the whole Italian.
Yeah, it might be
it's
Italian.
actually a real big problem in Italy. Men won't move out of their mother's house because they're just doing a lot of domestic chores for them, and I get
Are you
that
talking about
point.
Jersey Jerry?
No.
Oh.
Even though he may be an example, but they like I do if the mother's doing domestic stuff like laundry, cooking for them, totally agree. But calling your mom, and making sure your mom's okay, especially if
I'm
it's
not
a
saying
single.
hate
if the
your
mom's
mother.
single.
That's talking about
Normal.
dog.
If the mom, but like the
I'm
thing
not
is,
saying to hate
I
your
think,
mom.
I think a lot of those
Yeah.
examples are like, I think that you're
Billy,
being judgmental of people just
I'm
checking
not.
into their mothers.
Billy, there is a clear line
Yeah.
between.
Give an example. Because you can give an example.
She did.
I
What?
did.
Which wait,
There are men who I have been connected to and not connected to that will keep their mother so at the forefront of their life that like if they date a girl, like it is almost a three-way relationship where it's
Yeah.
like the mom has to know everything that's going on in a way where it's kind of a bit over,
It's
It's
intrusive.
invasive.
Yeah.
it's intrusive,
invasive.
or the I've had someone say to me like you will never be the number one woman in my life, like my mother will always
Which is
hold that spot.
wild.
okay, that okay,
It's weird.
that is
Yeah, I think that's exceedingly
It's
rare.
not. I need like all of Mackenzie.
No, I have not experienced it a lot, but I see like a lot of this. It's like a big thing on TikTok now.
Yeah.
Ah,
Or
that's-
girls even do
that's
it with
where
their
it's coming
dads.
from.
Girls will do it with their dads where girls will post pictures of their dad from like 30 years ago and be like, "Look at my dad," and just post a thirst trap of their father.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yes,
I've seen
It
that.
happens on both sides of the table.
That was
Yeah.
happening a lot.
Yeah.
Look,
Wait,
look how
wait,
look
wait,
how
wait, wait, hold
look how
on, hold on.
beautiful
That-
my
that-
mom
that's-
is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. I was with you. But you saying the kid can't be like, yo, Pops was a dog back in the day, or Mom's was, look at my mom, she was beautiful.
Like, again,
Yeah. See.
Now you're losing me.
but the thing, no. Here's the thing: is that like they're doing it under the guise of like just posting a picture of my dad, and your dad was like looking like freaking like Liam Hemsworth. Like we know what you're trying to like. There's an it's an underlying cause here.
But I think you could be very, because I think my mother's a beautiful woman, right? And I think if you have a good relationship with your parents, right, then like as a son, you fall in love with your mother, and you fall in love, like that's what you look for in other women, because that's it's really your first love. It's your first introduction to love, right? So you look for that in women. As well as a father. That's actually what they say. They say as a daughter, like you fall in love with your father first, and then you look for that in
right.
men.
Yes, yeah.
And I get
there's
that.
a line you draw.
It's the line. It's going over that line.
So my mother, for instance, like I list my dogs to homie, like I love her to death, but she is not allowed in my private life. Like I draw a straight. I don't. Sometimes I'll vent to her about relationship issues or whatever the case, but like there are times, because she wants to know how baby doing, but I'm like, yo, mom, that's not there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I draw a line. But like if it's my mom's birthday or something, I'm like, Mom, look at my beautiful mother. Like I'm that's not crazy.
No, that's not crazy.
Not at all.
But again,
that's what I'm saying.
There's this line there, or it's like, like when you tell like
if he's constantly posting pictures of his mom, that's a little weird. But once a Mother's Day or whatever, like,
Mother's Day, birthday.
What Big T's getting at though is that men have been told for a long time, like I like a guy that loves his mom, that respects his mom, and then some guys are overdoing and be like, you'll never be the number one woman, like using that almost as like showing off to a girl, like look how much I love my mom. Like, you want a guy who loves his mom? I'll be a guy that loves his mom. I'll give you a thirst trap of my mom every week.
Then they love it a little too hard.
Yeah, then they go overboard.
Yeah.
Won't you dress like my mom dresses?
Yeah. Like that happens like more than I think you guys think. And I'm glad that all of you are kind of like, what? Because that means you're not like that.
I love my mom.
You love your mom.
In appropriate amount.
Exactly.
No, but the thing is, there's definitely dudes.
Not too much though.
There's definitely dudes who've been accused of being that, who just have a regular relationship with their mother.
I feel like you're defending something.
Is this you, Billy?
No,
I think
UFOs. Let's get back to the
I
UFOs.
think Billy's getting pre-mad. He's getting pre-mad in case he ever.
I'm not saying
because he can
you.
see himself being he's standing up for men is what Billy's doing. Before we get to our final thoughts of the day, this conversation's brought to you new sponsor. You know what they should sponsor? They should sponsor NFL Week 1 abs. FitBod. FitBod creates a personalized workout plan designed for your fitness level and goals. I want to get abs by Week 1 of the NFL season. FitBod creates custom workouts based on your goals, your experience, your available equipments, and more. You can build your fitness habits and stay consistent all summer long. They have workouts that improve as you do. Their powerful technology understands your strength training ability. It studies your past workouts, and it adapts to your available gym equipment. FitBod's great because it tracks your achievements and it helps you learn new exercises too. So it doesn't get stale. Keep track of your achievements, your personal best with FitBod's progress tracking charts. Learn new movements the right way with over 1,400 exercise demonstration videos. Wherever you are in your fitness journey, get the most out of every workout with FitBod. Get 20% off your subscription at fitbod.me/macro. 20% off your subscription, fitbod.me.me/macro. fitbod.me/macro. I'm going to get signed up right now, and I'm going to be in such good shape by the time NFL season starts.
Yeah, I'm getting into it right now. This actually looks...
Check it out. All right, before we head out, Big T, what are you teed off about?
I don't know if it's a teed off or a teed up or just somewhere in the middle. But I can't stop buying shit on eBay right now.
Oh, you got back into eBay.
I just keep
eBay.
I'm just buying shit on eBay.
eBay should be the name of a dating site, but it should be BA.
Stuff.
That's a good app out there in case anybody's looking to name their app. Let me log on to eBay real quick.
I don't know when the last time y'all got on eBay was though. You can get good shit on eBay.
You can get really good clothes on eBay.
Yes.
I take it back.
Really?
I looked for I looked
Cleats.
for
Yeah.
a vintage FUBU
Yep.
shirt on eBay, and all of them look dusty, so I ain't buying them.
I got a brand new Nike golf jacket the other day, probably like $100 jacket for $20.
No,
Golf
they have
is
good.
Does the shipping cost a lot?
No, I've like most of them you don't even have to pay for shipping, but sometimes like $5.
Now, Big T, are you using eBay in the traditional like auction sense of eBay, or
No,
are you doing
most
buy
of it is
now?
stuff you just buy.
Okay, I might have to get back on.
There's good stuff on eBay.
Dude,
really good
old-
vintage stuff.
Yeah, because
Good shoes on eBay.
they're competing against Amazon, right? So I assume that they have to beat Amazon at price if they want to have customers use their service.
But it's not really them, it's whoever's selling it makes the prices.
But
Okay.
you can get some really good Nike, my favorite football cleat that I don't think is in production anymore, like the Nike Vapor Talons. Yeah, the Nike Vapor Talons are just like
See these.
the best for me because they're like high top, but you can only get them on eBay, and you can find some really awesome cleats on eBay.
I do kind of miss the thrill that you had on eBay when it was an auction and you're getting down to the last couple minutes and then you get in a bidding war. You have to decide what your price is. That's kind of fun. And then sometimes you win an auction and then you're like, oh shit, that's way more than I actually should have paid for this. But I still won. You still get the thrill as if you won. I might get back involved.
Good stuff on there.
I tell you what my favorite Nike cleat was, bro. It was the old TDs, bro. The Terrell Davis Jones.
Yeah.
I don't know what they was called. Let me see.
Let me look them up because
Can everybody log into their eBay account and see what the last thing they bought on eBay was?
I'm gonna do that. eBay.
I don't think I ever had an account.
I
But,
don't think I've bought anything on eBay.
Bought some shoes they just shipped.
Nice.
They'll be here by the 15th.
what kicks you get, bro?
They're just Nike running shoes.
Running and golf? What you over there doing with Big T?
I look like I could go play golf right now. You've seen how I dress.
That's facts.
I'm wearing a polo and khaki shorts right now.
The last thing I tried to buy was an Enron vintage Enron internship shirt.
You know what? Ball shoes I've actually bought 3 pairs of because they're perfect for what you need them for. So I play a lot of outdoor pickup, and I my last pair of basketball shoes that last me all through college, busted up. They're Nikes. So it's like I need a new shoe that isn't that nice that can just get beat up on like the outdoor courts. The Lou Will.
Yeah.
The lemon pepper Lou Williams signature shoes are like $30 on Amazon. They're by this random brand. But they're sick. They do peak, and they're like super cheap and they just get the job done. But it's just hilarious that Lou Williams signature shoe is this like random shoe company. That's
Best
like,
basketball shoe of all time? Not look. Performance. Big T?
Can you give me like a year?
No, just all time across all years.
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about. Kobe's.
The fucking
Kobe's.
Kobe's, bro. That's not even no bias, bro. Because Jordans or whatever. Kobe Bryant had the best shoe. Like, I felt bad. Like, it was one of the thoughts that went through my head after I heard he passed. I'm not even gonna lie. Because like I was heavy playing pickup basketball at the time, and he died in like a couple days. I was like, damn, they're gonna stop making Kobe's. They're gonna stop making Kobe's.
Let's see how big of a Kobe fan you are. Kobe's first shoe, what brand was it with and what was it called?
Adidas, bro. Cut the game.
What was it called?
He had I think 2 or 3. I think it was dog shit though. That shit was ugly as fuck. I think was it the spaceship?
It's Crazy Eights.
Crazy Eights, that's right. Then the spaceships came. That you right, yeah. The Crazy Eights weren't bad. The spaceships was the worst shoe maybe ever.
I actually kind of like the look of the Crazy Eights.
No, that one was fire. I like the Crazy Eights. But the spaceships was horrible, bro. Were they called spaceships?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that one.
My favorite was the Penny Twos. Penny Twos.
Oh, the look. You talking about just look?
Just look wise, Penny Twos. Or the Kamikazes.
Twos.
The Sean Kemp ones.
Those are okay.
Oh,
Penny
wow.
Twos,
Yeah, these Adidas
Jordan
spaceship.
11s. Probably my favorite look. Yeah, the Adidas space. Them shits are
Terrible.
dog. It's the worst, maybe the worst looking shoe I've ever seen in my life.
What about the Steph Currys? The Curry mids.
The first Steph Curry
nobody even pays attention
with the Sour Patch Kids colorway, good shoe.
Oh no, I'm talking about the nurse shoes, the ones that were just white.
So were those basketball shoes or just like?
No, they were basketball shoes. They looked like nurse shoes, but they were definitely basketball shoes.
I've never seen anybody, not even kids that are fans of Steph Curry's, like talk about Steph Curry shoes. Other than I got the Steph Curry shoes.
There was a couple.
There was never any. Bruh, stop it.
No,
you're not gonna bang for them ugly ass shoes.
But I'm not banging for them. But Steph Curry was playing during my time when I was going to a lot of basketball camps, and there was tons of dudes playing.
That's just because people
Playing
wanted to
Steph
wear
Curry.
what Steph was saying. I'm saying, other than people like, I got the Steph Curry's. Nobody's like, hey, did you see the new? Nobody says that. Nobody said that. Them shits is ugly, bro.
I wanted the Curry ones in the Sour Patch Kids colorway because I just fucking love Sour Patch Kids, and they only made them up to like a 14.
I'm gonna be honest. A lot of kids were talking about the new Currys when they came out. A lot of kids were rocking them
but
casual.
Nobody was rocking.
I think it
casual.
was two Americas. I think it was
dog.
two Americas. I think it was mostly.
True.
I think it was. I think
you're right. You may be right. Because y'all be wearing like Velcros on your shoes and shit. Yeah, you're right.
I think that like when I was going to camps, they were wearing them.
The Steph Curry twos, I'm looking at him again right now. So funny. That was a great day on Twitter when he dropped that new release because everybody spent an entire day just making fun of these shoes.
That's what I'm saying. Like what, bro? He had, like Under Armour had to rethink the entire designs because niggas was flaming their shoes online. Like nobody cares about Steph Curry shoes. That's not a diss on him. Like, I think he's the greatest point guard of all time. I think he's a dope human being, love him, whatever. But his shoes are trash.
Oh, I have to wait. I'm looking at the old Currys, the Curry ones. Tons of people were wearing Curry ones.
Okay. I didn't say people didn't wear them.
I know.
If Steph Curry wore whatever, people gonna get him because he's the greatest point guard to live. But his shoes are trash. You never see nobody with a fresh fit on rocking Steph Curry's. Though, you know what I'm saying? Like it's never going to infiltrate pop culture.
In terms of just sneakers, between Kevin Durant and LeBron James, who's had the best shoes, the most iconic shoes?
I would say KD.
I would say so too.
I would say KD.
Those were always too low top for me.
LeBron's never really had no good shoes either.
Kind of weird.
Like,
how can he be the GOAT?
I actually saw somebody tweet that. Somebody said he said until somebody gets killed for the LeBrons, he can never be better than Jordan.
LeBron's got some good ones though.
Nah,
couple pretty good shoes.
Which one?
So I don't know what number it is. They're an old one, like single digits, but they had the.
Look it up real quick.
I'll try to find it. It was the one with they have the straps across.
I know exactly what you're talking about. The whole.
I still have a pair of them.
The whole was it the Kentucky team wore them? No.
Okay, so there's several with straps, but it's one. It was. I want to. The number 6 is sticking out of my mind.
Yeah,
I just don't know that if anybody walked into this room wearing a pair of LeBron shoes right now, I'd be like, those are the LeBrons.
They
don't
like
stand out to me like that.
Like the LeBron Zoom.
Yes.
The LeBron 4s, a lot of people wore. Oh, the LeBron 7. So many people. Yeah, the LeBron Zoom 8 and the LeBron 7, I remember tons of people wearing. And the 9.
It's not horrible. Yeah, the 7 ain't horrible.
Actually,
but it's just ain't nothing. You ain't gonna put them on. You know what I'm saying? With a fit to go out. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna match them with that.
The 8s are nice. The South Beach ones.
Yeah, the South Beach 8s. I remember everyone trying to buy.
I might just become a sneakerhead.
LeBron 10 was a great shoe.
Yeah. I just remember people wearing them. I was never into shoes because.
Yes, I think that's a good basketball shoe for sure. I think that's a good basketball shoe.
But not iconic.
No,
not transcendent.
He don't have one iconic shoe.
Yeah, that's sad. I'm actually that's resounding evidence in favor of Michael
Jordan. That is actually wild. Thinking one of the greatest athletes to ever walk the planet with one of the greatest sports clothing or shoe apparel have never collaborated to make an iconic piece. That is actually wild.
Mm-hmm. Where I could name like 4 Jordans right off the top of my head that I would recognize instantly.
1 through 13, people go crazy for.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even 14. 1 through 13. Jordans 1 through 13 are all iconic. All of them. My daughter, matter of fact, bruh, the last text message with my daughter, well, she sent me a link to the Avatar game that's coming out. Definitely gonna play that shit. Might stream that. But look at this. She sent me, this is literally on Saturday. She texts me. She wants the Jordan 1s.
Smart girl.
Yeah, she wants the Jordan 1.
The Jordan 1s are nice. What do you think? How many points per game would LeBron average if he played in a pair of Jordan 1s?
Oh, it will go down.
You think it would affect his game, truly?
Yeah. It affected Jordan's game, man. His foot was bleeding in 95, 96?
If you put Jordan in a pair of LeBrons, he easily outscores LeBron in a pair of Jordans.
That's a good. I like that.
Yeah.
1,000%. I agree.
You know who has good basketball shoes right now that are the ones I have currently? I don't know that they look incredible, but they're just really good basketball shoes. Giannis.
Does he?
His shoes are really good.
What
is there a certain number?
I think there's only been a
Nikes.
couple of them, but good shoes.
Jason Kidd had some iconic shoes too.
Kid, bro, the alien eye one.
Yep.
Bruh, fire. Oh, we forgetting about one of the GOATs. One of the greatest basketball pictures of all time is when I think Jordan is defending Allen Iverson or
Yeah.
the vice versa. Jordan's wearing the 11s and AI is wearing his questions. Dog. That is just one of the most iconic sports photos ever taken, dog. It's just shoe-wise anyway.
You know what?
That shit, unbelievable.
I'm glad you brought up the questions because that's next on my list of shoes I was not allowed to buy when I was a kid because they were too expensive.
I didn't either. My mother bought shout out to my mom. I love her so much in an appropriate way. She bought my brother some and we put it on layaway. So it was like 4 months we was waiting on. And I was just vicariously living through my brother because we could only afford one pair. And so he got them. And I was like, I was cool with that. But I was just so happy that we had them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he got the blue questions. Oh my God. I have never had a pair of questions. I'm gonna buy them right now.
I'm gonna buy some too.
Did he ever
How do you do that? Where do you go? Do Reebok still sell them?
eBay.
eBay.
Did your brother ever let you wear them?
No, hell no. What? Crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some right now. I'm gonna get some questions.
I used to wear them around the house, like when he wasn't there. Just walk around. They were way too big for me too.
Crazy story. My dad would always buy my sister whatever she wanted. So she was playing basketball and she got Kobe's, and it was at the time she's older than me that she had the same size foot as I did when we were younger, and then they went missing and I was just rocking those Kobe's.
Did she not notice?
Well, I was only playing basketball with them.
Oh.
Long story.
These motherfuckers is used, bro. This is shit on eBay. Maybe I'm not eBaying right.
That eBay app should only be for people on rebounds.
Yep. I like that.
No.
All right. We will see you guys on Thursday. You want to talk about what we're going to discuss on Thursday's episode?
Yeah. So we are discussing the history of gangs, more specifically LA gangs, street gangs, and which is really, when you look at a lot of the gangs in today's era, there are subsets of LA gangs that have spread across America. So the Crips and the Bloods started in South Central Los Angeles. And so we're going to discuss the history of that. And I got a special guest who is a known Crip, but he's very bright, talented dude. He raps, and he's a really, really good human being. And so he gonna come on and discuss that with us. I'm excited about it because it's a really interesting topic, the history of it, how it started, why it started, what it is now, how it influenced pop culture, everything. It's really dope. Gonna be a dope conversation.
Can't wait. All right, we'll see you guys on Thursday. Love you guys.